good stuff. The graph of the function is a parabola with a minimum at a point of negative 3, 9. Which equation represents the function? So let me let you in on a secret, okay? We're going to graph all 4 of these. But what I want to do first is let's talk about it. So they've given us, what's the fancy math word for minimum or maximum? What have we been calling that term? What do we call that? The vertex, right? So notice that all these equations are written in the vertex form. That's on purpose. Well, the vertex is h comma k. That's how we know what the vertex is. And then it looks like this. It's f of x is equal to a. Now, the a positive negative thing still applies. If a is positive, it opens up. If a is negative, it opens down. And then that's x minus h squared plus k, where h and k are the vertex. So let's jot that down. If a is greater than 0, opens up. And when I graph it, it looks like a U. If A is less than 0, and I guess we should probably label that, well, hold on. It opens down. What kind of S is that? So it looks like this. And remember that this is a fancy math way to say positive. In other words, if A is positive, it opens up. If A is negative, it opens down. All right, so far so good. What did they tell us in the problem? By the way, what is this right here? Is this a minimum or a maximum? This is a minimum, right? So if A is positive, then you're going to have a minimum. Whoops, that's not quite centered. Just make a bigger dot. And if A is negative, guess what you're going to have? A maximum. So they gave us a lot of information. What's our H? Yeah, H is equal to negative 3. 9 is K, right? Am I right so far? Okay, cool. Now the minimum, what does that tell us about A? A is what? A is positive. It's greater than 0, right? So A has to be positive. Man, I could almost do this problem without graphing it. So I'm just going to leave that on the screen for a second. Why don't you guys guess, go through the options and guess which one you think it is, and then we'll graph it and see if you're right. So let's do this. I'll give you about 10 seconds. 10 seconds to go through the options with the information that you've been given. 10 seconds to go through this based on the information you've been given. Choose one of the options, and then we'll graph it and see if you're right. I think I know the answer. All right, how many of you guys think that it's A? Raise your hand if you think that it's A, or just give me a thumbs up. How many of you guys think that it's B? How many of you guys think that it's C? Okay. How many of you guys think that it's D? All right. Wow, that was pretty even. We're going to end up having to graph all of these, I think. Let's start with the first one, though. Now, on our last problem, we plotted this, right? So before I can graph anything, I'm going to have to hit second Y and get to this screen, because it's going to mess me up. And I'm going to turn my plots off. So I go all the way down to 4. See that where it says plots off? I'm going to hit enter. And then I'm going to hit enter again. And it turns the plots off. Then I'm going to go to y equals. And in my y equals, let's just graph all 4 because it's easy enough to do. So I'm going to say 2 parentheses, 2 parentheses. Well, I'll just do this. 2 parentheses x plus 3, close the parentheses, squared, plus 9. Next one is negative in parentheses. I'm going to put this in parentheses. Negative 1 divided by 2 times the quantity x minus 3 squared. The next one is, oh wait, did we do the plus 9? We got to put the plus 9 at the end. Plus 9. The next one is going to be negative, x plus 3 squared plus 9. And then 3 times the quantity x minus 3 squared plus 9. So I got them all in there, right? Oops. How did I get this one? You guys are supposed to tell me when I make a mistake. That's supposed to be this. All right. X plus 3 squared plus 9. Yep. 1/2. Negative 1/2. Times x minus 3 squared plus 9. Yep. Negative x plus 3 squared plus 9. Yep. 3 times x minus 3. Okay. You ready? Let's graph these bad boys. I'm going to change the color, though. I'm going to make this one red. Or, yep. That way I'm sure that that looks different. Green. And then I'm going to go down to the 4th one. And I'm going to make that. What color should we make that, guys? Magenta. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to hit enter. Now just hit graph. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. All right, so I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. So I'm going to hit zoom. Actually, I'm just going to hit zoom out. Seems to be cutting off a little bit towards the top. So I'm going to move the cursor up closer to there because that's where I want to kind of zoom out at. And now I can see all 4 graphs. And we'll just wait for it to graph. Takes a second. It's doing 4 of them at once. Huh? It zoom fit. You accidentally zoomed in instead of zoom out. That's why. You're way too close. You're right in the middle. All right, so now, which one of these looks like it has a minimum at -3,9? Which graph is that? Is it the blue one? Well, the blue and green, it's not them, right? It's not them because they don't have, they have maximums. They don't have a minimum. So it's not the blue one. It's not the green one. They have maximums. And it's not the purple one because that one looks like it's at 3 comma negative 9. I think the red one is the one. So now I got to go back on my graph and see which one the red one was. So I'm just going to hit y equals. And the red one was the first one. Okay. So the correct answer is A. Now I knew that anyways because it has the requirements, right? A is positive, 2 is positive, right? Now remember, the formula is x minus h, but h is negative 3. So that should have been like this, and then plus 9. So it should have been x plus 3. So we got the plus 3 here, and then plus 9. What order were those in? Blue, green, purple. So this one wasn't it. This one was the green one. That one wasn't it. And the purple one wasn't it. Okay? That's the right answer.